It's the Real Word, and I have my co-host with me, my brother, my man.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Real Word, Season 4, Episode 14. Shout out to everybody that's been watching. Shout out to everybody that's been supporting. Thank you to everybody that's been donating and visiting our website. That's www.therealwordministriesinc.org. That's therealwordministriesinc.org. You can also catch us on Instagram at The Real Word Ministries Inc. and on Instagram, that's The Real Word Ministries Inc. on Instagram, and on Facebook at The Real Word 7. So shout out to everybody that's been watching us. You can also check us out on YouTube at www.youtube.com/C for channel /The Real Word TV. That's The Real Word TV on YouTube, and check us out on the Brick TV, cable TV, every Thursday at 4, 12, and 1 p.m. So today we got two special guests. Introduce yourself, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm Dr. Mondesir.
My name is Carline Paul.
Okay, so before we introduce Dr. Mondesir, tell the people about yourself, my sister.
Speaking to the mic, please.
Well, my name is, like I just said, my name is Carline Paul. I'm a member of Hebron SDA Church.
Okay.
Shout out to Hebron. You know.
Thank you. And I'm the director of community services at Hebron.
Amazing.
Yes.
I guess we got to connect.
And we have a food pantry and a soup kitchen, and we also provide different type of services throughout the community. We've been having a Thanksgiving, a special where we open up the community, the church actually, to the community where we serve them, and we join forces with different organizations so that we can respond to the people's needs throughout mostly the metropolitan area.
That is amazing.
We actually worked with you guys one year when we worked with Diane. She partnered up with City Harvest and she gave us some turkeys.
Oh, wow.
During our first turkey drive. Yeah.
Yes. I didn't even know that.
For so many years.
Yeah, so shout out to Diane from Hebron. Shout out to Caleb from Hebron. He was on the show, I think, 2 weeks ago. Shout out to Rogali also. He was on the show. And shout out to all the people from Hebron that came through. Shout out to Gasman. Gasman came on the second of the season. So shout out to Gasman.
Definitely. Wow. Dr. Daniel Mondesir, tell the people about yourself.
Well, I'm from Oreb Seminary Adventist Church.
Yep.
And I've been a member for a while, since I've left Hebron, of course.
Okay.
Anyway, yes, we have a healthcare ministries group, whereas we've been going around, I would say, and do health ministries and helping, educating people. And we've been doing it for many years. And I'm proud to say that I'm the coordinator of the group. Wow. And along, on my right side, my nurse practitioner from Hebron. Wow. And that's about it. I'm all about dedicating myself.
Beautiful. And
pretty soon we're going to have, as you know, I was talking to you a while ago, in 2 weeks we're going to have a community outreach service at Hebron. And we'd like everybody to come out. We'll talk more about it. So, some days to know.
So I want to ask you guys a quick question, right? What made you guys go into the medical field?
Well, with me,
Yes.
Well, with me, this is something that's in my family. So it was rooted in me as a child, and coming here, there was no other thing that I was destined to do.
Wow.
Because I feel strongly that mostly part of me is dedicated to service. So that's the main reason why I decided to go into healthcare.
Wow. Why do you feel that it's so important to dedicate yourself to service?
That's all I've known. That's all I've known.
Okay.
I mean, growing up with my grandparents.
Okay.
That's what I saw.
Okay.
That's what my grandmother used to do, is to open up her home and provide services to people.
Wow.
Send them to school.
Beautiful.
Give them food, and then talk to them about Jesus. And a lot of them got baptized and became Adventists.
Because of that.
Yes, because
she served first.
Yes, she did.
Yes. That's it. You see?
That's the needs of the people, like Jesus.
That's the formula.
Yes.
All right. Doctor, uncle.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, it's funny you should ask. My kind of story why I got into medicine is kind of sad, because I got into medicine because of my mom. Growing up as a child, I spent most of my years growing up in the United States of America, and my mom was sick and very sick. And I believe if there was a physician in my family, my mom would be alive today. And that's one of the reasons why I chose it. Like I said, it's kind of sad. Because when my mom was sick, actually, and every Thursday, I remember I used to go with her to Brookdale. She was on hemodialysis, complication of hypertension. And my sisters, there are 10 of us. I'm the 8th, I'm the youngest. My sisters decided to send my mom to Haiti, thinking that a natural meds would heal her kidney, which I knew all along, because I remember I just got into high school, and I was telling them I think it's wrong, although I didn't know about medicine. But since, you know, in Haiti, when you're older, you have the upper hand. So they were telling me I didn't know what I was talking about, and they really sent my mom to Haiti, whereas in Haiti there was no machine dialysis, and she ended up dying within a month. So, and I regret it. Now they've reached me, they would listen to me. So that pushed me to go into medicine, so we can do preventive work, such as preaching out and do what we're doing right now. And that's one of the reasons why I got into it. Ever since then, I said, you know what, growing up, this is what I'm gonna do. So other people, because the family needs this, and that's what I've been doing. And that's why I got into medicine, because of that story, because of my mom. What happened to my mom? And she was dear to me, dearest, and that's one of the reasons why I got into medicine, to tell the truth.
That's amazing. I have to ask you this, right? Why is it that I know that you guys have. Are you guys a part of the same group?
Yes, we are.
Okay, all right. So I have to ask this. This is a joint question, right? Why is it that you guys have started this ministry, and why you guys have started this ministry? How is the receptiveness of people receiving this ministry, and how much do you enjoy it?
You want me to?
No matter.
Well, the healthcare ministry started like this. It's really funny. When I first finished studying medicine and I came back, and I was called by Dr. Lacarrière at OREB to do a presentation. And at the time I was studying for my board, and I said, okay, I'll do it. It was supposed to be in blood pressure, hypertension. And I have my buddy, Claude Paola, Dr. Paola, is an ID doctor. And at the time we were friends. He came to my graduation, and I asked him if he could come and give me a hand, which he did. That same day at OREB, he talked about diabetes when I talked about hypertension. And Dr. Antoine was in the congregation and saw that and asked me, will we be able, Dr. Paola and I, to go and do it at Pastor Gilbert's church on Clarendon. So we did. And then he asked us, can we do a community health program there? That was our first. So what I did, I asked all the doctors that I knew, everybody, Dr. Theodore, Dr. Jean-Pierre, everybody who came for us to do that. And we saw how the community came out, how much they needed that. And after that, I said to Dr. Paula, you know what, we should keep this up. We should keep on doing it, because the way the community came out, they really needed us. The Haitian community, that was invited in that church. So ever since then, we started the group. It was me, Dr. Paula, Dr. Antoine, and then Dr. Thibault came on board afterwards. Then Dr. Valsin, Dr. St. Louis, Carline came on, and we went to Hebrew, and we saw Carline preach one time. She killed it. We said, you know what, she got to be part of the group. That's what I said. We got to take Carline. So that's how we become. And as we go along, we got more specialties that are coming into the group. And ever since then, we've been serving. It's been like 18 years. We started in 2001. Actually, officially in 2001, but we've been doing that since 2000. And
before you continue, me personally, I just saw, you know, I gotta give this guy a shout out, because he's one of the main reasons why I'm doing ministry. I was in the streets, and I was really misguided when I was young, really misguided. Every Saturday they used to call me Trouble. Me, Patrick, a lot of the young guys, we caused a lot of trouble in the church, jumping on people's cars. Almost causing a fire.
That is true.
Cursing elders out. Yeah.
I didn't give up on him.
Yeah.
I did not.
But, you know, it's real. So I want to just give a shout out to this guy. He helped a lot of young people. If a lot of young people today, are going to school or becoming phenomenal professionals, this is the guy to come to, because he really helped us a lot. So I want to give a shout out to Dr. Daniel Mondesir for that, for not smearing or looking down on any young person, but actually lifting up our young people in the community and stuff. And still, doing that.
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm
yes,
still
which is
doing
beautiful.
it. And I thank God for that.
Yes, exactly. We got to give people their flowers while they can smell them.
Thank you.
But continue as you're saying, sir. Yes, Doc.
Yes, so, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
With regards to healthcare ministry, it is a powerful ministry in the sense that we've been going throughout so many places, and in terms of the care, the way that people receive us, it's unbelievable, and the lives that we are able to touch all over. It's really a blessing to serve.
Okay.
Because we've even had people becoming Seventh-day Adventists as a result of this healthcare ministry. People who were out there in the world that felt one way or another their lives were touched by the work that we are doing, and they were able to commit themselves to Christ. And when we go out in Jersey especially, the healthcare is not the same as here in New York. You have a lot of people who are underserved, and the support system is not there. When we go, we are able not only to evaluate them, but we link them up with the physicians who have their practices here so that they can provide services to them.
That's real. That's beautiful. That is, I'm lost for words. Wow. That's beautiful.
And besides that, we don't stay, like my sister just said, we travel all the way to Haiti. We got to a point where we said, you know what, let's take the mission to Haiti. We've been to Georgia, Florida, all over the place. And wherever we've been, it has always been we always make a difference. You know, when we went to Georgia, to that Haitian community, and also when we went to Florida. So we get called all over, all over the world, to tell the truth. And like in Haiti, we did a very good mission there 2 years ago. And we commit ourselves, we want to do it every year as long as it gets better. When things get better, the environment that is. Yes, we've been doing that for many years. And we started within the United States, and we're taking it abroad. We're supposed to be going to Bate in the Dominican Republic, since we cannot go to Haiti. We're going to take our missions to the Haitians in the Dominican Republic and Bate in February of next year.
There's a recent, I guess, crisis in Haiti right now?
Yes.
It's still going on.
It's still going on, kidnappings and everything else. So it was really...
I'm guessing it's an election year, right? Usually that happens.
What it is, I think what happened was the situation with the money that was given. It wasn't properly allocated. The Venezuela
Petrocaribe.
And I feel like basically politicians stole money and everything like that.
Venezuela gave money to Haiti.
Yes, billions of dollars.
You know what's crazy? Prof was saying this, right? About in Vlad TV. I watch Vlad TV a lot.
Okay.
And with this Vlad interviews a lot of people, and he basically said that there's corruption everywhere. Even in America, look at the guy we elected. There's corruption everywhere.
Yeah.
But people see, like with the public officials, what they ask for them to do, they do it. You know what I'm saying? But there is corruption, but it's not like blatant corruption, like in Haiti, or certain countries like, there's countries out there that is blatant corruption. So I think a lot of people are fed up because, for example, like a lot when Haitians come out here, who's the best doctors? Haitians. Who's the best lawyers? Haitians. Who's the best politicians? Haitians. Yeah. We came out here with nothing. Yeah. And we was taught, listen, you got to go to school. Yes. L'école, l'église, la cara means church,
school, and home. I know, right?
You know what I'm saying? So that was always, I was talking to my sister about this yesterday. I was like, we had the brunt. It was taboo to be, I think it was taboo to be African. Was it something, Rickard? I'm so sorry.
No,
I don't want to, if you say something. It was unpopular to be African. Now, Afrobeats is out. Everybody want to be African.
Same thing with Haitians.
Haitians too.
Yeah.
It's the same with us too. So things that we had to fight hard.
Very hard.
Very, very hard to have our self-respect. So I think when I hear stories, for example, like when you hear that, there's doctors in Haiti that don't make money, that's staggering. Or there's teachers that don't make money, that's staggering. Because anywhere we go, we are the best of the best of the best of the best of the best. Especially Haitians in Canada that are very prominent, Haitians in America that are very prominent as well too. So I think the narrative has to change. But I want to say this before I actually got your question. Do you know that right now? Because I'm big into Haitian. He tell you I'm big into Haitian politics. Nikolai want to run.
Yeah.
Yes.
Of course. I knew that would happen. I think he should.
You think he should?
I think
Why?
he should.
Why do you think he should?
Because I think he can make a difference.
Yes.
Because everybody, like, we thought that would make the difference.
Yeah.
Makes it worse. So I think we should give him a chance.
Yeah. Do you think he might want dictatorship?
I don't know, but I think growing up, I was better with it.
No. There was order. There was order. There was order.
There was order.
There was
Regardless
order.
how things work.
There was order.
So
there was order.
I think the respect should get back, and
There was
I think he would
order.
be able to do that.
And plus the military's back too, so
Yeah, he would be able to.
Yeah.
do
you know what I'm
that.
saying.
So
So
you think he'll make it?
I think he'll make it.
I don't know if he'll make it, but I think that's
The way it's looking to me, the way I'm seeing it, I think he can make
He
it.
can make it.
Okay.
Now, can he make a difference? That's the question. Will he make a difference? That's the thing.
I have no idea. But I would say this though. The thing is, I would say that the country, like, I don't know if you know, like, there's a saying Mont Blanc. So like my cousin tell me every time people go to Haiti, it's usually white Americans or white Canadians. They go because Haiti's a beautiful place.
Can I just say that? I just thought of something about Nicola. I was watching a clip on WhatsApp that was sent to me, and he talked about the medicine in Haiti, how it is, and how they are losing their residency, how they are losing their credentials, and he's willing to get that back, and he knows how he can do it, and it's true. They are losing their credentials in Haiti as physicians, and he talked about the health, education, and everything else, how it should be done and what should be done. And I think at the end of the day, that's what we need in Haiti right now. Education first. Okay, if we don't have that, we're not going anywhere.
That's a fact.
And he talked about that a lot. And as a young person,
because
as a young person who grew up in Chile, where he was sent when he was 3 years old.
To France?
Yeah, to France, and he knows about international. Yes, he knows about all that, and he talked about that, and that really got me when he talked about education and medicine. Being so.
Because
The
back
medical situation in Haiti.
back then, what I used to hear is that Haiti used to be the best. They used to have the best medical
students. Yes.
And
That's
when
what we
people
said
came
there.
from Haiti, having had a background in medicine, they were looked up on
They were
here.
respected. Yeah.
You know,
Like
They were
Cubans.
respected.
and you can still see a lot of Haitian physicians here.
Yeah.
They're very competent, very knowledgeable,
Very competent.
and they're providing a lot of great services out there to our people.
I can name you a few. Dr. Toussaint is one of the chief of OBGYN, who is Haitian, Seventh Adventist from Bethany at Brookdale Hospital, and which is a great thing. And we have Dr.
Wait. Take your time, because we have to, because you use big words for the
Yes.
people watching.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So OBGYN, what is that?
OBGYN.
OBGYN.
That's like the doctors.
Okay. For people watching.
Well, it's people, giving birth, how would I say?
Okay.
For everybody to LND, labor and delivery.
Okay.
If you are pregnant and she takes care of you, she delivers
that's the
surgery.
that's
That's
the
surgery. Yes, OBGYN.
Okay.
And also at Brooklyn Hospital, whereas my friend Dr. Louis Dompierre, who's the chief of PEDS, a Seventh Adventist as well. So we do have a lot of Haitians that are still are still in charge, that are still up there. So I give shout out to all of them.
Yes.
Wow.
And I'm proud to say Dr. Toussaint. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry to say Dr. Toussaint is part of the healthcare ministry team.
Wow.
I'm proud to say.
And Dr. Paola.
Dr. Paola,
Dr. Paola's
infectiologist.
phenomenal.
Yes, he is. He
The
is.
president
phenomenal.
of the group.
Yes, he's very, very good.
And a very humble person. It's one thing to be a great,
physician.
competent physician, but it's another to have the humility.
Yes,
and
very humble.
very extremely
Oh my God.
humble person.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, shout out to Dr. Pierre too
If
from
you from Brooklyn Hospital. She's from Smyrna. Yes.
that's the doctor.
Yeah, him.
Wow.
A good friend of mine. Yes.
So speaking of, I guess wildly successful African American people of color, I was listening to an interview with Dame Dash. Dame Dash was the CEO of Rockefeller Records. He was talking about basically that he now owns a television network. On his television network, he has a show about history, and he was saying with Billy Carson. He was saying basically that we were tricked to believe that us as black people were second, when in fact we were first. And the analogy that he gave was, if I was the devil, I wouldn't run around telling people I was the devil. Of course not. I'll probably tell people that I'm God. And if you apply that to life, like, we grew up watching a white Jesus, right?
Yeah.
And mentally in our heads, that made us believe that we were second, because if Jesus is white, then white people must be first. But then now we look at and then he gave the example again of Barack Obama. He said, growing up, none of my teachers ever told me I could be president. But look at these kids now that's growing up today. They done seen a black president.
Yes.
And here we go talking about Haiti, how great Haiti was and how great Haiti is. And even after Haiti received the money from that other country, they could have did great things, because, you know, Haiti was poor for a long time because of that debt that they owed because of their independence, right?
No, the thing is that Haiti was always rich.
I know, but I'm saying when Haiti got their independence from France, they had to pay restitutions to France, right?
No. When Haiti beat France.
That's what I'm saying. They had to pay restitutions, right?
Because the second time they didn't have as
That's
much
what I'm
money
saying.
yet.
They just recently finished paying that off.
Yes, right.
And so that in itself made Haiti real broke. Even after the hurricane, when Haiti got all that money from China and everywhere else, I heard that the Clintons only built like 9 houses or something like that with all the money. Yeah. Is it true or is it false?
I don't know to what extent people are saying Haiti is broke, because we've had the chance and we went to Haiti, and it seems like it's either you were too poor, extremely poor, and extremely rich.
That's right. Yeah.
Because the houses and the cars that we were seeing and the lifestyle of some people over there, I don't know where people have the misconception that Haiti is poor.
I guess that's like America, right? No middle class, either real rich or real poor. Yeah.
Well, in my defense, what I heard and read, you just mentioned that Haiti got a lot of money from China after the earthquake. Yeah. And from what I heard, that money never reached Haiti. Even George Clooney had on an HBO show prior to that and raised a lot of money. Wyclef, I give to the Wyclef organization in, online.
Haiti?
Yes, and none of that money reached Haiti. I wouldn't say it didn't reach Haiti. It got into the wrong hands.
That's a fact.
And they did not get to do what they were supposed to do with the money.
That's right.
And this is what Haiti's always been about. You know what I'm saying? Although the people were suffering, they needed help, but the money was raised. None of that really got to them. And they are still in poverty. There are people still living under the tents. There are still people who are still, they don't have houses. So it's really a mess out there.
But I heard also too, in the midst of that, I heard that the reason why Haiti is staying the way it's staying in a positive is because like people like yourself, like the diaspora. The diaspora is the one that's really actually, really doing their part. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Because the young people, you find a lot of young people who have the desire to go back and see where, at least where their parents came from. Okay. And when we were there, where did we go again? That famous place.
We went to Jacques
Such a beautiful place.
Oh, you mean the Cameau?
That resort, the Cameau.
The Cameau one, yeah.
A lot of young people they so want to go over there to have the experience, and it's such a beautiful place.
Yes.
But there's this fear now because of everything that's going on.
That's real.
They don't want to go, but
they will set you up.
If they were given the chance, trust me, there would be a lot of young people flocking to Haiti.
Yes.
Throughout the years.
Did somebody comment?
Just to
one person commented. Lily, I don't know if you guys know that. She said 2 of my faves. Okay. Lily, I'm not too sure what it is.
What she said?
No, she just said 2 of my faves. I don't know which 2 she's referring to.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of that in Haiti as well, and yes, we, as my nurse practitioner was saying a while ago about Haiti, do we want to give back? It also was my dreams, and to build an orphanage in Haiti. I have my cousin back there. We talked about it. Dr. Admono is all for it.
That'll be dope.
And we've been talking about doing that. But the fear that we have to go into Haiti and do something like that. Yeah. And also wanted to build a clinic where my family used to live in Haiti just to help the community. And everybody keeps telling me, you go and do that, you'll get killed. There has never been any positive thought about what you want to do. And that was always my dreams when I become a physician, to go out there and do these things in Haiti. Open up free clinics. And I still have that dream And I have a school which I'm affiliated with in Delma with my cousin Ronald, once, and his wife Roberta. And we're trying to do our best just to help the kids, you know, to see what they can do. But that's not all that we want to do, you know. So this is the vision. But because of what's going on in Haiti, we cannot go. We don't have the ability, or we're not facilitated to go out there and do what we
I think that was always their problem, their lack of security. And I think that's why everybody praises the U.S. because it's the security. And the security that the U.S. provides to its citizens is that they got the biggest guns, you know, in the world, basically. And it's like, yeah, we live under all these laws and rules and regulations, and they're strenuous, and they watch us every day with the eye and above, like the cameras. They watch you. You have a camera everywhere. You can't get away from it. But at the same time, we all love that security. As in, if someone shoots you dead in the street, they're not going to get away with it most of the time, you know? Versus to Haiti, that, you know, somebody could kill you, throw you in the bushes, and then it's done. Or pay off the police, pay off the politicians, you know. I know that's true, because I know sometimes when my family get into minor stuff in Haiti, my dad, all he does is a couple phone calls. Sometimes you got to send some money, and then it goes away. You know, that's how I know Haiti growing up. You know, Haiti, if you have the right money, you could do anything you want. Like, that's how I knew Haiti growing up, from what they speak of, you know. If you go to Haiti, you make the right phone call so you get security while you're there. Because if you just walk over there,
that's not... But there are so many other ways that young people can connect, you know, to provide better services or support services right here in the United States as well as in Haiti. Talk about all the professionals that you just gave a shout out to. You have a lot of young Haitian professional Seventh-day Adventists out there.
Of course.
And I feel that they are not out there. We don't know them. That's why we have.
You know, this is why we have this platform to expose that.
Yes.
And I think that's very important. The thing is that you know, I was a little bit scared to, you know, be on camera today or be on TV today. But the thing is that we need that. We need to magnify that. And I think what we need to do is, you know, because I know Uncle Dr. Daniel Mondesir for over 24 years. Over 24 years. And I love, you know, time to time I always check up on me, too. And I think that's what we need to do. We need to bridge that. Promote. She was talking about community. You see what I'm saying? You know, it's what it is, right? You know, you see, we sitting down here, and like that's community. You promoting a prominent Black Haitian woman, a prominent Black Haitian man who's Christian and Adventist. You know, they need to see that, and I think that's very, very, very essential. So we could have future doctors, future nurses, future OBGYNs, like my man said.
That's exactly why my sister, my nurse practitioner here, is trying to do on September 21st. Trying to reach out to these professionals, young professionals that are there, Haitians, professionals, you know, whether you're an Adventist or not, whatever denomination, you need to show up and come in the rally on the 21st from 2 to 6. Exactly what you're talking about. That's what she's trying to do at Hebron, 1250 Dean Street.
At Hebron. You know, the goal is to not only to let them know the type of services that we are providing, especially with the changes that are about to happen here, that are actually happening. You know, with the governmental changes as it relates to people not being able to have food stamps anymore, people not being able to have the jobs that they want.
It's getting hard out here.
It is. So us as a church, as a community, we need to let them know that we are here to support them. And how do we do that? If we have a lot of young Haitian professionals, we don't know them, but through a linking system, through a professional directory system, we are able to make the connection. Like if somebody in Boston is coming here to New York, they can hook up with me or to somebody else and say, you know what, I have this person who's coming. Can you link them up with a food pantry or soup kitchen? And we might be able to do something. You know?
You know,
so that's what we're looking to do in terms of that.
I love Carline for this because if not even in that term, Carline does that even in health. What she does, it's an example. If somebody is reaching out and needs medical help, she would call me, and she knows the contacts that I have at Kings County. She would say, you know what, I have so-and-so I'm sending to Kings County because this so-and-so does not have insurance, and they need help right away. So we never said no. So
that's community.
Yes, so I would provide. Wow. I would call my top doctor over there or the head nurse. I would say, you know what, there was so-and-so. And at times, I even go myself physically, like the last time when and they would get help. And as well, this is what healthcare ministry is all about. We've been doing that, like I said, for so many years. We create this group because due to the fact that there are a lot of people who are having problems with insurance. Wow. And some of them are afraid to go to the doctor, especially our own people. So what we do, we go to
our people with the TPS.
Right, yeah, we go to them, they are afraid. So we do checks up, we do roundtables, and we also would provide them with samples of medication because some of them, the lack of insurance stop them from getting medications.
Yeah, medication.
And we got a lot of our people who are dying due to the fact of that. So because of that, and that's what we provide to them here in the United States of America. And you'll be surprised how many people that we encountered that don't have or didn't have or insurance or money to buy medication or have anything, whatever whatsoever. So fight on that. And and to tell you the truth, just like I always say when I'm presenting the group. We are not the healers. We are not the one curing these people. It's just that God is, who are we? We're not God. We are just physicians trying to help. So what I'm trying to say, these people, when they get healed through us by God. You know what I'm saying?
Who are we?
You are we. Exactly. Exactly. So we're not, we are just, I'm not going to beat my chest and say, I cured this person. No, I can't. It's God that does it because we're doing it with all our heart. So it's through us. It's true, God, that is what we
wow. So I want to ask you a question, right? How do you guys feel about you guys know about Dr. Sebi, right?
Simply?
Dr. Sebi?
Sebi, I heard.
They basically said that he's a herbalist.
Okay. Or naturalist.
Naturalist. How do you guys feel about naturalists?
Especially being Haitians, we grew up in the Haitian community with real masquiti and faye. Every time you sick, every time for those that don't know at home, every time we sick as Haitians, they have this special oil. Yeah, they have this special oil that they get straight from Haiti. So they keep it in the closet underneath all of the clothes and the stuff, and they keep it.
Good stuff.
So
it works for us.
So first they give you a shot of babaku if you got a cold. So that's our rum. So it makes your insides real hot.
It works.
And then they use the real masquiti. So they bring the stick oil and sometimes they heat it up sometimes. Yeah. So it's warm, and then they rub it into your chest and they rub you. And most of the time in a day or two, you good. Yeah, you good. Yeah. And while they rubbing you, they praying, they singing, naturalists. But some people are overly religious with it where they say, I'll never go to a doctor, I'll just stay with herbalists. And some people claim to be healed from herbalists. Other people have died. Yeah. So what do you guys think?
Well, it's not even a cultural thing anymore right now. A lot of people are choosing homeopathic medicine, and there are institutions that are actually certifying folks who are interested in that. So it's a matter of choice. And right now, even in practicing, you have to get the listing of all prescribed and non-prescriptive medications. Because there can be types of interactions between them. So it's a matter of practice, of choice, really. I'm not against it myself, but as long as the medical physician is aware of what you are taking, one is not supposed to hide what it is that you are taking, because that is part of medicine right now, incorporating the scientific as well as the homeopathic medicine.
Do you guys remember Grenapicillin? Those are those big black and red pills that they sell on Church Avenue, and if you're sick, they just crack them open and put them in their store to you.
To add to what I grew up, just like my brother just said, on natural medication, natural meds, I should say. But I have a different view due to the fact that there could be contraindications, because sometimes you may think you're doing something right with the natural meds and you're doing wrong, because there's not enough controls due to the fact that I may be prescribed a medication for blood pressure, yet I'm drinking tea to lower the blood pressure, like garlic tea, people saying all that stuff, without telling the physician, and what happened? It will drop it too low. There are other factors when it comes to natural meds. It's not everybody who's doing it who's qualified to do it. And it has happened in our communities. It's been happening in our community for so long. And not being approved, and people who are talking against what we are doing, and they don't know what they're doing. It's just about business. A lot of people, not because they know what they're doing, but they're doing it because for the money. And that hurts a lot of people. We may not realize that. A lot of people who have died or hurt because they believe in those things. For instance, I had this patient where her blood pressure was always high. And when I gave her the medication, I asked her, have you been taking the medication? She goes, yes. But her blood pressure was always high until I pressured her. And she told me, well, this natural doctor told her that not to take the medication, just to take the medication that caused Apamwen, and sold it to her for $200. And she bought it and believed. And mind you, I gave her those medications for free without charging her. Instead of taking them, she rather buy the 200 bottle to take it, and her blood pressure, she almost got into a stroke until I convinced her to take her medications.
That's crazy.
You know,
some people love the dream.
Yeah, these are the type of things that we get in our community. People who are telling, they don't even know what it's all about, but they are telling people to do it, and people are actually listening and doing it, and hurting and killing themselves.
That's true. Yeah.
So, you know, it's been happening. This is something we got to do. I don't mind if you go into the institute and you learn, you got a degree, and you're doing what you're doing, and you don't coincide with what we do. Because when you cross over, contra education is very bad. It can kill you.
This is one of the things that we discuss when we go out to conduct, different types of health programs. We educate the public in terms of what it is that they have to be careful, watch out for. Do not mix certain things. If you are taking this, be honest to your practitioner and let them know what you are taking, because of what Dr. Mondesir said with the contraindications. Because remember, medicine is medicine, but a lot of the things that you are taking are deeply rooted in herbal. So it's just a matter of the control. When you're taking, like for instance, if you take, how do you call that, parsley, right? It has components in it that can cause bleeding. And here you are taking an anticoagulant that can cause you to bleed. So if you're doing that, you got to tell somebody. Yeah. You know, you can't just decide to start taking it by yourself independently like that.
She's good, bro. You know?
It's almost like you're killing yourself and stitching yourself up at the same time.
Exactly.
So how do you guys feel about CBD? Like, that's a big one. Now that they found marijuana for medical reasons, and now they have the CBD where they take the cannabis oil, but then they take the THC out, so you don't get high, but it could still have healing properties. So what do you guys think about that?
I'm very reserved with that, because a lot of our young people right now, they just doing things as experimentally, without knowing. They just want to try it out, and they end up to be unfortunately, sadly to say, in a lot of trouble, because people are mixing stuff out there that we don't know. The other day I did a special thing at Hebron where I bought some type. Have you ever seen the juice containers, the little plastic ones? Yeah. Where it was presented as a juice, but in fine writings it says cannabis. You know, a lot of people don't know what that is. So actually, if you don't know,
actually really up to speed.
You see
what
is
going on. You definitely watch, and I pray. You watch and pray.
So yeah, definitely, that's important. So I took it, I brought it to the church, and people were shocked because it looks like the juices that they be buying out there.
Like juicy juice.
Exactly. And then I asked them, I said, how many of you in the church know about what cannabis is? They're like, what? What is that?
People don't know.
Or they could have been playing stupid.
It's not just the church.
A lot of them,
the Haitian community.
A lot of the parents.
Oh yeah, the older folks don't really know.
Right, they don't know what it is.
But the reality is, it's something that we need to talk about. We need to educate the parents as well as the young folks. The young folks, a lot of them are well informed. Yeah, of course. You know, they know.
They have the Google machine.
Wow. I have to ask you this, right? So,
So you said September was the best
September
September?
21st.
Yes, September 21st. It's actually an entire week dedicated to community service. The theme is community service in action. We're not only sitting in the church to listen to a message, but we are out there. It's going to be in segment. There's going to be on Sunday, the 15th, there's going to be a special soup kitchen. Every Sunday, we feed about 150 to 200 people at Hebron.
Wow.
And sometimes it's even more. During Thanksgiving, we have about close to 800 people that we bring in to serve. And the youth are usually the ones who service them. I mean, the children from Hebron School. They come in and provide free services. So this week, what we're going to do is going to be a special soup kitchen on Sunday. And then on Monday, it's going to be a live conference where we have collaborated with different governmental agencies to provide services live, via conference. The reason why we're doing that is to educate the public and to let them know the services that we are providing. When we find someone who's sick in the community, who do not have access because of fear, not because it's not there, but because of fear, we link up, and then some older person from the church actually take them to the hospital to decrease that fear that they have.
Yes.
So it's going to be something, and on Saturday, which is the last day of the event, this is where we're going to have different types of lawyers coming in, Kings County, the mobile crisis unit is going to be there on Tuesday to do a special presentation so that people who are in crisis, when
Could you
they
give
need
them the
help,
time?
they
Give
can
them
do
the
it.
time of everything.
It's going to be after our prayer, which is from 12 to about 1:30.
Okay.
Until noon.
Yes, 12 noon.
Okay.
That's when the mobile crisis team is going to be there. And then on Wednesday, we're going to have a special night of testimonies, especially for the young people, because no matter what, we are still alive, right?
Wow.
So there are testimonies to be given for that.
Amen.
And then on Thursday, there's going to be a special presentation also via conference, and we're going to address mental health, because there's a lot of mental health issues going on.
Yes.
You might be looking good and dressing pretty, but some is
That
going
doesn't
up
mean
there.
you're sane.
Yeah, of course.
Suicide is real.
Yes,
Exactly.
it is.
Yeah.
And Friday, it's going to be another event with the youth, and Saturday, it's
The
a
big
closure,
day.
the big event, yes.
Wow.
Well, even though it starts at 4 to 6, if you want to come, anybody out there wants to come and worship with us from the morning,
Wow.
Yeah.
the service starts at 9:30. You can worship
Yes,
with us,
exactly.
and women there until I'm going to be there from 9:30.
Definitely. The whole healthcare
Ministries will be
is gonna
there,
be
yes.
Yes.
Wow.
I think this is a great thing that you guys are doing.
Oh, amazing.
And when you walked in, you looked at the sign behind us, and then you said that the only thing missing is health. I think that would be great if we connect, judging that we have this platform and we have this company,
No,
and
definitely.
I don't think we have any health resources yet. So I think this would be great.
That would be great.
Yeah.
I think what you guys are doing is phenomenal. This was definitely very, very, very informative, and we need that. I wanted to ask you, what would you guys say to a young person who want to go into the medical field? What would you recommend?
Go for it. Can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with that.
Yes, I would say the
It's
same.
challenging, but
It is. It's not easy, but if you are determined, and you will get it done. Dedicated, that's what you need. Dedication,
Wow.
determination.
I was looking online today, and it was saying that they had an article. It said, "Is it worth the cost of going to medical school to become a doctor? Because it takes so long versus to just doing something else." And they compared the amount of debt that you might get from going to medical school, but then they also showed the amount that you'll make versus the debt. And it said that the amount that you make levels out the amount of debt that you would pay for school, and in the long run it pays off as a career choice. But they we're talking about medical school, then residency, and then some people they specialize afterwards, like cardiac doctors and OBGYNs and different doctors, you know. So, but ultimately, like, you know, they do make a decent income, but it's not about income anyways. It's about the people that you help, like you guys said, the humility, like that you show to your patients, showing that you care, the ability to help others to better a life. Like you said, you wish they would have took your advice with your mother, and you know that brought you into the medical field where you're able to save lives. Well, God saves lives through you, like you guys explained. And I think that in itself is a great testimony.
I'm inspired.
Yes, thank you.
I'm inspired.
So, any closing thoughts?
No, I just would want to say, in terms of what you just said, we answered the questions already, because you said if you want to help, it wouldn't matter. That depends on why you're going into medical school.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Because when I got into it, I told you why. It's not really for the money, it's to help. And there are some people who just got into it for the money.
Yeah,
and that's why we're having so many problems nowadays. People are not doing what they're supposed to do because of the money. They're in it for the money. They don't care.
Yeah.
They don't really care about the patients. They care about the money.
Yeah.
And which is wrong. I think what should come first when you took that oath is to care, understand, and give our best to our patients. And that's what it should have been. And I think we would have a better world, you know, if when it comes to medicine.
I think we would have a better world if it came to everything that people do if they really cared.
Yeah, exactly. So all that.
But it's something though. When you care, really, everything will fall into place.
Exactly.
You don't even have to fight. Everything will fall into place. And the grace of God will always be on you wherever you go and practice.
Yes.
So that's definitely the main one.
Amazing.
I agree with that, because with healthcare ministries, I'm speaking for all of us, because we basically not just colleagues, all of us are friends, and we've been blessed ever since we started this group. Dr. Thibault, myself, sometimes there are things that are happening in my life, I don't know how. You have been blessed, you know, so we all have been with what we've been doing, because we're not doing it for the money, we're not doing it for our glory, we are doing it for the glory of God.
Wow.
So, and we're not going to say, oh, I'm from the healthcare ministries. No. Every member of the group is very humble. And one thing my sister forgot to mention, we do convert people. We even convert one of the member of the group, Dr. St. Louis. Remember, we had all 70 Adventists, we all were 70 Adventists. We don't discriminate. We take non-70 Adventists as part of the group.
That's a good thing.
We had this doctor who came, and he was part of us. Within a year, he became a 70 Adventist through the testimony to what we've been. He got baptized. Now he's one of the biggest advocates for God and for the healthcare ministries.
It's all about character.
Yes, you know, cardiologist.
Could you imagine if you shun them and you push them away? Well, he's on a 7 minutes.
No, we don't do that.
Exactly.
We don't do that. Just like I was just telling you, Pastor. How can you reach the world if you're afraid of the world? You think you're better than them.
Exactly.
You're not better than the world.
Yeah.
You know, you're supposed to go out there and preach the word.
That's
and
right.
if to do that, you got
That's
to
what
get
I'm talking about.
together. You know.
Yeah, I'm inspired today. I can say tonight, I've been inspired. I don't want to be a doctor though, but I'm very inspired.
That's okay.
What you guys are doing, is amazing. But we have to find out what can we do to collab. I also want to give a shout out to our board president, Eric Adams. He used to have diabetes.
Okay.
And he took a plant-based diet.
Right.
I think for 6 months straight. 6 months straight, no viand, no kodem.
That means no meat, no turkey.
At all.
Go ahead.
And he just did a plant-based diet. And as a result, the diabetes was gone.
Yeah, that can happen, yes. Diet, exercise, yes. That can happen. That's why
we have the message.
Yes, we do. We always encourage people to do exercise and dieting.
I must say, I'm not a vegetarian though. Not yet.
Well, I must say I am about 50-60%.
It's all about balance. I think
it's balance and all
also
that.
Too, they say that too. Also, too, like I was talking to one of my friends. She's a Baptist. She's a Baptist first. She just lost her husband, and she said one thing she appreciated about our people is we do our best to eating healthy.
Yes,
we're very conscious in regards to what to eat, what not to. Because for those of you who eat meat, like even what to not, because meat you shouldn't be touching in the first place, like shrimp and lobster,
or
pork. You know what I'm saying? So like Dr. Oz always
talk about,
talk
and,
about
and he's not even
Yes.
a Seventh-day Adventist, and he talks against those things.
Yes.
So
How do you feel about that? Notice that he does that.
that's very good. That's really message to the world, yeah, for us as well, to show that it's not just like I was preaching at UAB the other day, and I told them that in pathology we learn all about the Bible, and the Bible, everything that's in the Bible, I studied that. They were taught to me in medical school in pathology.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm for real. All those things that the Bible said not to eat, I learned them in medical school. And no, I'm not. I'm for real. I'm being real.
Wow.
You know, I'm being for real. So, you know, it's there. We know that.
So what do you guys think
What?
about all these new vegan plant-based food? Like Burger King has the Impossible Burger, and
But those are vegan? I didn't know it was vegan.
yeah, it's like a plant-based burger.
Okay.
And now there's certain Dunkin' Donuts, I know, in certain Jewish neighborhoods, is straight vegan meal. As in, like, there's nothing, everything is like veggie. There's no meat. And you see it more often now, to the point where more fast food places are doing it. Like, do you think they're authentic with it, or they're doing it as a gimmick to sell food?
Oh wow, that's a good question. I can't answer that.
I really don't know, but the only thing I can say,
Wow.
there is a movement that's been shifted toward wellness and preventative medicine here in the United
And why do you
States.
think it's that?
I think it was initiated by the First Lady, Michelle Obama. She really created a great platform for that. We knew it all along. We had the message. We had the message, but none of us. I mean, I'm not even ashamed to say. I mean, it's sad, but I'm not there yet. I'm making the move to go toward being a vegetarian because I see the difference when I don't eat meat. I really feel different myself. I've tried it, and I ended up going back. I eat turkey. I don't eat red meat, but I eat turkey and chicken.
It's hard to say
When
no
I
to
was,
chicken.
yes, at a certain time, I was the coordinator for the Haitian churches, Franco-Haitian, and from the next conference, whereas Pastor Billy had a 10-day, of not eating meat diet, Daniel's diet, and I did it, and it was pretty good.
Is Jeff
It
de
really helps
Mondesir
you.
a family member of yours? Jeff de Mondesir?
Yes, he's in Texas.
Oh yeah, shout out to
He's
Jeff
in
de
Texas.
Mondesir. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's an old member of my church.
Yeah.
He just gave you a shout out, and Moïse Lafontaine said
Yeah,
peace and
I know
love.
a lot of people. Thank you.
He had a question. He said, should we be cautious of people who make claims of curing things like diabetes and hypertension rather than a life of medication? I think we answered that question.
Yeah,
right?
we did. I talked about it. If you're listening out there, yes, I did. You should be very cautious, okay? Because there are a lot of fake. Yes, it's okay. It's
It's 8:33.
It's 8:33. No, yes. So yes, we should be very cautious about that because instead of helps, it has hurt a lot of people.
Wow.
Okay.
So closing thoughts, guys?
You want to go first? Or you want me to go
Oh,
first?
yeah.
You go. I'll go afterwards,
I
yes.
just want to say thank you. You guys are doing a wonderful job.
Inspired.
You know, thank you for giving us the platform and to let you guys know out there what Hebron is doing as it relates to community service. And all of us should be involved in some type of service.
I agree.
Of course.
Yes. And thank you.
No, thank you. I'm inspired.
I just want to thank my pastor, Pastor Sanders Cameau.
I appreciate it.
He invited me. I got to him, to Brother Noel, Rickard Noel. All I want to say is just that I want all of you out there to pray for us, whether you believe or not, with the work that we are doing. It's not easy.
Support you.
And I also want you guys to support us. We're going to go to Backpage. This is a plan that Dr. Almono has started for us to go to the Dominican Republic, since we cannot reach Haiti, but we're going to reach the Haitians wherever they are to help them out.
Yeah.
And we're going to go in February, from the 17th to the 25th. And we are asking anybody who can give any donation. Usually when we do these things, we do them for free. But in regards to medications that we need to take out there, a lot of other things, whatever form of donations you want to give, if you want to give clothes, food, regardless, we can be reached at 347-488-4046. And also the address is 168 Roberta Street, Valley Stream, New York, 11560.
Amazing.
Okay, so Dr. Paula is the president. I'm the coordinator and the vice president.
Wow.
And I have my counselor, my nurse practitioner next to me. So my head next to me. So this is what it's all about. And anybody out there who's listening in the United States also, it doesn't matter what denominations that you are. You on a health program in your church, you can call us and we will be there. We just don't do programs in just Seventh-day Adventist churches. We also do it in all the churches. We've been to all the other churches. And we also do them in Spanish churches and English churches and in Haitian churches. So we have no kind of discrimination. Okay, so whoever is out there listening who wants it done, just give me a call at 347-488-4046. And I'll be more than happy to schedule. Like I said, we've been to Florida, Georgia, and a lot of other places. So, okay, so we are out there. And shout out to you guys. And I want to give a shout out to my daughter who's celebrating our 18th birthday today, Denisha Mondesir, who's happy birthday, Shasha, who's in Albany right now. And, you know, we had a nice weekend. I drove her back to Albany last night, State University, just started 2 weeks ago. And I wish you all the best.
Congratulations.
And I love you, Denisha. Okay.
Sanders? It's been a while, Sanders. Welcome back. I forgot to say welcome back.
I'm inspired. I'm inspired. I think maybe once a month we should actually bring a doctor or a nurse because I think this is very essential because in the black community we need that. I think it's very beautiful to see that. I'm truly, truly inspired. It's amazing. It's refreshing when you see professionals who love God and they're cool and they're humble. And they tell you, listen, you gotta live. If you wanna live right, you gotta eat right too. So it's a beautiful thing.
It is.
Yeah.
Yes, this is what it's all about.
Yeah.
And we need to educate our people.
Yeah. Amazing.
Facts. So we thank you all for watching us tonight. Shout out to everybody that's watching us live tonight on Facebook. Shout out to everybody that's watching us on YouTube. Subscribe to our channel if you're watching us on YouTube. That's The Real Word TV on YouTube. That's The Real Word TV, one word on YouTube. Shout out to everybody watching on Instagram. That's The Real Word Ministries Inc. on Instagram, The Real Word Ministries Inc. Also check out our website, www.therealwordministriesinc.org. That's The Real Word Ministries Inc.org. You can always donate. We are a 501c3 not-for-profit charity, so you can always donate. Just click the donate button. And shout out to our guests for coming in today and blessing us with the knowledge and with the truth as well. Shout out to Eric Jean Batiste. He just gave us a shout out. He said great stuff, guys. And shout out to Ludwig, someone else that commented live. So thank you all for watching tonight. Sanders, close out with a prayer.
Lord, bless us and keep us in your presence in your bosom. In Jesus' name we do pray. Amen.
Amen. We be back, same place, same time. You already know. Thank you for supporting. Take care. Good night.
Thank you.